Hello everyone, Agion here with another Company Heroes 2 replay. Spawn on the north side as the austere, we have Finndeed versus his opponent, the Soviet player, the Hooligan486. Note this is actually with the Armies Revamp mod, thanks to the unofficial mod balance team. So we're going to see actually a bit more of a mod action. This mod is, of course, keen on balancing indiscrepancies and so on and so forth. Interesting wire placement. He can still actually use that cover, and he's already trapped himself, but he can always vault over. We do got a conscript opener for the Soviet player. Conscripts were buffed in this mod, so they actually can pull their own weight a bit more. We do got an MG42 team here, along with the infantry company. So we'll in fact see, well, MG, or perhaps mortars and other sorts of support weapons. Something I want to adjust. I recently switched over from OBS Classic to OBS Studios, so I'm still adjusting some of the settings. And I just had to adjust that a little bit, so it's a bit more on key to the border. It looks like combat engineers will, of course, claim this house. Did receive a bit of suppression, but only minorly. Conscripts should win out on Ridge vs Pioneers. Overall, let's see. We do got elite troops, mobile defense, and lightning war. With adjustments to lightning war, the Stuka close air support is not as overpowered. And now we do have, of course, stormtroopers, and the G43s on the Panzer Grenadiers have been changed, so it's now a full squad weapon change instead of just a two-man. It's a little bit unusual to have STGs turn G43s anyways. Conscripts are moving forward. Do not have Molotovs. I've been going for Soviet Molotov play a bit more often. Do got a 4th squad of conscripts being on the build queue. We do got 3rd squad of Grenadiers as well. Nice vault over eyeing for a good flank, and also avoiding the MG42. He is behind a tree there, so he has sustained some light cover. MG42 team is setting up, though there's still one of the models sort of sticking out, but he's not receiving any suppression thanks to the heavy cover. We'll see if we'll receive some suppression down there. This guy not behind the heavy cover. We got a nice flank through the conscripts, but they're very low in health, so these Grenadiers can easily guard. Along with the reinforcing Grenadiers, these conscripts will be forced back. Over here we do have the advanced armor. It's alright doctrine. You get, of course, the IS-2. Soviet industry and defensive tactics. My favorite doctrine of the Soviets. Get the very potent support, all the support weapons, along with the most potent anti-infantry mine, the PMD-6. Also, if he was planning to go for that, he may cancel this conscript squad just to save some manpower, but he does not. He has 5 squads of conscripts, a very potent force. Very, very interesting wire placement. I think he just wanted to deny any even far usage of the cover. Sometimes even if you put cover barbara too close, they still can use it for heavy cover. Conscripts were reinforcing the line from the HQ. I also got a lot of reinforcing here. No medics just yet. He could have eyed it for medics instead of that 5th squad of conscripts, healing up his units, but decides not to. This point was a cutoff point and did, in fact, cut it off. His opponent doesn't have much fuel at the moment, because his opponent was on 2 fuel for the time. He has only 10 fuel left. Looks like he's upgrading to Battle Phase 1 now. Soon he'll have, of course, access to the Tier 2 units. That conscript is actually not going to be captured, eyeing for a flank. Conscripts here will get suppressed down by this MG42 team, but it's very low in health. He does in fact have 1 squad with stars, with a star for first aid kits if he so chooses. However, you got a nice Urang flanking conscript. We'll get some very good hits off. In fact, we'll wipe out the MG42 team. The Grenadiers are eyeing to guard the MG42. He needs to get behind some light cover. Eyeing for a rifle grenade. We'll cancel it before it actually goes off. He's eyeing to capture, but he will lose that squad entirely. Pioneer squad's coming up. They will be the perfect squad to capture with, but there's a large number of conscripts here. These Grenadiers are so low in health. He will get some very good damage. He was thinking about capturing it, but he will lose a couple models. He could go ahead and do a sacrificial capture to regain it back, but down to one model, he won't get very far. Conscripts are very low health at beyond light cover. The rifle grenade could finish them off easily, losing so many models since they're all low in health. Reinforcing Grenadiers probably will capture up the MG42 team. Reinforcing conscripts here may secure the capture of the MG42 team as well. This MG42 team is set up in a very good position. Will claim it. Didn't retreat that immediately. He could have actually used that weapon.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
No, 0 Gren, 0 down. He's basically complaining about no. He had a lot of low health conscripts, I can say that. You got a med bunker here for healing. You got tier 2 now going on up. He is approaching fuel for the 222. But there's why. Or how you actually properly pronounce that. Sandbags being built by 2 men. Do you realize how long it takes to fill a sandbag? 2 people actually goes quite quickly, but doing it by yourself is a pain in the ass. Especially this mound of sandbags. Why on earth do these sandbags look so blockish? These sandbags look like bricks. Either way. We do got the MG42 team now set on up. All of his units are almost fully healed. You also got Flamer Squad for additional anti-infantry damage. Do not have any tech structure just yet. And he has a lot of fuel for the Soviet player, so we could see something. Grenadiers and conscripts are now engaging at close range, but the conscripts will win out at close range. He did disperse the squad, so it's no longer in heavy cover to sustain additional damage, plus them being stacked up would also increase even more. We'll actually now run forward to the heavy cover, going to make use of that of his own. We do got a Panzer Grenadier squad. Panzer Grenadier squad is probably a great option for fighting all these conscripts. And now he does have access to the G43 upgrade. Thanks to the fact he went for a lightning war. He may be going for instant for G43 Panzer Grenadiers. We'll just wait and see. You got a Molotov now coming on out. He has spotted that nice and early. Didn't catch him by surprise. Heard explosion. PM35 will claim 2 conscripts. We do in fact see the G43 upgrade. Soon this will be a G43 squad. There's 2 AT mines very close together. If a squad approaches it just right, he can get a squad wipe. Otherwise, it will detonate both mines, wasting a huge amount of munitions. There we go. G43s are now up. He is eyeing. Will knock the suppression off in time for the MG40 to prevent the Molotov. Now the area will be swarmed by conscripts, though he actually is now facing the other direction. The flame damage only affects for units inside the cuff in that area, so he could actually stuck it out and not be worried about Molotovs. Sitting up right there is very dangerous, but the G43s here are very potent, especially at a long range. You could see a bundle. No, he does not have the munitions for it. Overall, very good fuel preservation by the Soviet player with the buffed up conscripts. With a lot of conscripts, he's forcing a lot of aggression, gave them a lot of field control. But these G43 Panzer Grenadiers can be very potent. They're almost at Veteran C1. At Veteran C1, they of course gain a little bit more squad survivability thanks to the was it something May balance premium map? Whatever it was called. Oh, I could have sworn it was going to be a 4-man squad of G43s. There's in fact a guy using STG44. Maybe it's only 3 now. I could have sworn it was at 4 before. Maybe it's only 3 now. You got Pioneers, well, Flamers moving forward. He will claim one of the models there. Elite infantry is now available. He could go for that, but he's just spent a lot of munitions on something. Maybe it was LMG Grens. Ooh, that squad's an open ground and gets mowed down by the MG team. You got the flank on the Flamer team finally. It took them quite a bit of time. But now we do got this, a nice little movement. He didn't force an instant retreat. He in fact just moved it forward into the, forcing the combat engineer to go in his line of fire of his Panzer Grenadiers. MG42 team is now at Veteran C2. I believe that was actually a Vet 3 conscript squad, because I could have sworn I saw one. He will throw a Molotov, but the Panzer Grenadiers here are here for defense. We do got some G43 Grens. I forget. G43s are also available on Grens. Someone was thinking it was LMGs. And these G43s will really help him finding out the conscripts. We do got another Molotov now coming forward. He will actually run forward instead of falling back. Though it's a bit of a move over. He's sustaining a lot of damage. He will probably be fine. Yeah, he is fine. He will get out. Panzer Grenadiers are at already Veteran C2. Oh, they weren't capturing the point. It looked like they were in range, but they were not. You can also have a pack gun just in case there's any vehicles showing up. But still, no tech structure. What is he thinking? I just don't know what he's exactly thinking. He has 7 command points. He could try stalling out for IS-2. Indeed has not even Battle Phase 2 himself, so I'm not exactly sure what is going on. G30. Yeah, there's 3 G43s, not 4. One, the conscripts did in fact go down. Do got another model going down. We actually barely managed to escape. Ooh, nice preemptive Molotov, and he didn't fall out for the front. Do we have enough? We do have enough munitions for a bundle grenade. Also, now it replaced the. Ooh, very deadly hit there. Also, the Veteran C1 place was changed to mark target, mark vehicle. We lose one. It looks like he did lose one of his conscript squads. And apparently he's getting a bit unlucky. But either way, still hasn't chosen Doctrine. Does he have any elite? Oh, he probably shouldn't get any elite infantry. It's a bit too late for. Yeah, Panzer Grenadiers are quite strong. Now they're actually more of an elite unit, especially with G43s. And let's see, mark target. Panzer Grenadier squad can identify and mark a nearby vehicle, revealing the position and increasing accuracy against the target. Not increased damage, but just increased accuracy, which is a very, very small but very helpful. Yeah, these having that additional G43 really just makes them a bit more potent. Either way, we do still have the CP control in favor of the, well, now in favor of the Austria player, but getting back in the Soviet player hand, the tickets are very in favor of the Soviets. MG42 team facing the wrong direction. It is, of course, manned with Grenadiers, so they actually have decent range firepower. That one guy is actually pitching in a bit of damage. We do have a Doctrine lock-in. We do have the Soviet industries with now the KV-8 now rolling on out. A heavy flamethrower tank. The Pack 40 can ward it away, but not all too great. Even getting a mixing up, going for difference between MG42s and MG43s. There is a difference. MG42s are great at long range, while G43s are good at assaulting. Do got a fuel drop as well for this Soviet player. Flamethrower tank has been spotted the good old-fashioned way of getting burned alive. May he walk in this arc? No, he will not. We got another pack gun in seeing he does not have any sort of tech structure or vehicle play. He does have Battle Phase 2, but he's a bit far from getting out any Stug or Panzer IV.
The peg gun is ready for orders.
We do have the KV-8 now moving on forward, but it will displace these weapon teams. You got the AT guns now repositioning in order to hit it, getting some very good AoE damage. Oh, the MG4 team did a soft retreat. We'll get 2 good hits here. Actually, I could have sworn he did actually have the retreat symbol. Sometimes it just happens. Conscripts eyeing to secure this MG42, and there's nothing here to really stop them. Though it's quite smoky, he will in fact still secure it. Actually, it is a bit of still fire on the ground. This unit is getting a bit burned. I think just now died out. Flamethrowers versus flamethrowers. Combat engineers would win out long range. Ooh, he's stacking up. He don't want to be stacking up like that. It will just increase the damage because it will do AoE damage. KV-8 is now rolling on forward or backwards as he's reverse moving. We may see some rifle grenades. No, we do not. Do have the repairs from this combat engineer, and it is at Veterans Pay 3. These G43 grants can wipe out those conscript combat engineers very quickly if they get a good shot. AT gun will get a good shot. Could have seen the Panzerfaust there, but we do not. He's not going to eye getting close to infantry squads with that low health. G43 Panzer Grenadiers should be able to win out. They're approaching Vet 3, so they will have their very potent accuracy increase. Now do get the Suzuka close air support now available. He's far from the munitions. We'll actually try to burn down that squad, but we hit in the building instead. Conscripts will be eyeing the Molotov this pack. We'll get a Panzerfaust off to damage the engine, but he is sustained a lot of fire damage. He needs a retreat. He needs a retreat. He may get focused out. Yeah, he's going to get focused. Well, that volley did in fact completely miss, however. We do got this AT gun moving forward. We do have, it's lining up the shot, trying to go behind the line of sight blocker. We'll avoid, actually he's going to be back in this line of sight, but the fire damage being a bit too much. There's so much fire down on the ground. Did they change that? That seems a bit more fire than usual.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
I think they changed the damage from less direct damage, more damage over time damage. Like it activates more damage over time. Because that just seemed a bit more napalm on the ground than usual. I think it does less damage for the stream. Don't quote me on that. MG42, Soviet MG42 inside the house. You got another Pioneer squad out. I do also have a Panzer IV. Not eyeing for the Tiger tank. He needs to get an armor asset now rather than later. So far, I don't see any AT mines. Well, any that's unexploded to snare the Panzer IV. E43 Panzergrens. He will be hit by a Molotov. Still have quite a bit of, has a lot of health missing, but it still has a severe amount of firepower. Do we have a pintle mount? Yes, we do in fact have a pintle mount. G43 Panzergrens in fact still haven't lost a model, though he could, after capturing this up, he could go and retreat back to get some medics, prevent any bleed there. Do we see any Pillar mines? We do not. Panzer IV will get some nice rear armor shots into the KV-8, or frontal armor now. Do not have any. We have AT snares at least. Any? Yes, we do have snares, but he's out of munitions at the moment. So he is a fast. He's saving up for KV2, and thanks to the how teching costs change, now he has to pay additional for it. No longer skip teching. G43 Panzergrants managed to beat out full health combat engineer, even though they have pretty much no health themselves. Let's see a Panzerfaust. Oh, he could have got it, but he could have lost the squad also. He will get the engine damage. Oh, wait. I didn't realize he had enough damage on him. I thought he had a full health tank. Unless there's two. I see both of them. Nope, just this one. You got the KV2 now out on the field. This is a heavy tank, a heavy assault tank, or siege tank. As the Grenadiers will fall back, though they have a decent amount of health. Mostly won't lose any more models, maybe at most one. This KV2 is a very big problem at the moment. Do have the siege mode now setting on up. The siege mode can be very potent, though it does have adds in a minimum range. So he has to be very careful so it doesn't get swarmed. Perhaps some defensive AT mines are in order if he had the munitions, never mind. KV8's still alive, so he can be a bit of a buffer and a body block. We got an S minefield up here, so not going for super close air support anytime soon. Ooh, KV2 pitching a very powerful shot there. We got a mortar team. Mortar team. I would have probably gone for an MG42 team. Ooh, massive blow there. Conscripts going forward for an AT grenade. We're not near the engine. So you have this S minefield here. If you is paying attention, he should realize there's a flag. Oh yeah, plus all these conscripts that got exploded also does point out the fact there's 8 S mines there. And overall, very good field control by the Soviet player. These packs are very important, but this KV2 can easily wipe them out. So it's very questionable how effective they can be against the KV2 at this point in the game. Though they can be great versus the IS-2. You got a PM-35 mine setting up. The Panzer IV can make short work of the combat engineer squad if he gets sights of it. Down to one model. May in fact wipe it entirely. We'll roll a miss there. G43s will force away the combat conscript squad, though they will start being burned alive. Oh, it looks like the Kino squad will in fact go down. A very long chase. Oh, but he's not finding the last burst. No, still not dead. Still not dead. I really should have died. KV2 is still set up. It's going to be a very powerful hit. You got the 2 packs now rolling on 4. There is no, those. I was thinking those are mines there. But you got the packs now sitting up. Panzer IV needs to come down here to support. Do got a Stug along the way. He needs the armor assets, so that's probably the best option for him at the moment. Does get a massive blow hit there. Now down to losing both his AT guns. Panzer IV rolling miss after miss. Now down, finally getting a hit. And KV2 can engage the Panzer IV no problem with this long-range mode. Conscripts will secure up the low health pack. Will manage to claim it, though the Panzer IV is trying to decrew it. He does, of course, have the Pintle Mount for his assistance. But that Flamer Rack damage actually may work against him. Will, in fact, decrew it, but there's 2 more conscript squads here for support. Will, in fact, recrew it with one, and now going to eye recruiting the other one. Mortar team is also here to support. Ooh, very good hit there. Stug now moving on forward. Will roll a bounce. The KV-2 has that pretty good armor. There is the pack is now set up. The Pintle Mount and the main gun, the Panzer IV, is now hitting it. Will not get a shot off, though it's a bit late on rotating around it. And there we go, got a decrew. KV-2 received multiple bounces from the Stug. Could see a Panzerfaust. We got the main gun destroyed. That is important. Though the Stug's now getting hit by the Panzer, well, the KV-2, KV-8. You get some nice rear armor hits from the KV-8, and the Stug trying to finish off the Stug. He needs a very close range hit, and the Stug just rolling bounce after bounce after bounce. Panzer IV is now reverse moving back into base to help deal with it. A little bit more flame damage. He could... No, he uses Panzerfaust. He needs another Panzerfaust. While he did kill off the KV-8, the tickets are another story. He's running out of tickets. The KV-2, if that would have gone down, that may have actually would have decisively won it in favor of Finndeed, the austere player. However, he did not. He needs to claim up 2 points. He is claiming up 2 points now. He also could use another Stug. He could cancel one of the Pioneer squads to get a Stug out. We lost the combat engineer, so both sides are going to have repairs for a very long time. This MG42 is covering inside this City Hall building, I believe. And that's the best way to describe it.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture
So repair from both sides would take a significant amount of time. Currently in the setup mode, trying to eye for hitting those Grenadiers. Will not get a shot off in time. The main gun destroyed is, however. Panzer Grenadiers is behind this heavy cover. These conscript squads will have trouble versing them. He, of course, does have, of course, bundle grenades. He only needs to get a couple more tickets. He is trying to secure up this point now, but the MG42 team will deny it unless he gets some mortar smoke. We'll throw a bundle into that house. He did not. He eyed for the back door. Holy crap, that's a big throw. Does he get a throwing range bonus? That throw was absurdly far. You need to start hitting this squad. This is the one that's capturing. KV-2 now rolling on forward, setting up. You got the Pioneer squads. Need to deny the capture. He needs to make sure he has at least 1 point. He can't be losing one. Oh, both of them. Ooh, very devastating hit there. He did lose his point. It currently has a double capture against him. A triple capture soon loses that squad. The building collapse. That just spells death.
People anticipate our victory. The enemy has 10 points remaining.
With 10 points remaining, there's nothing much he can do. Losing that Stug was important. His opponent has sustained superior field control. You dropped your... Wait. Did he actually drop a G43? Nope, that's an LMG42 there. So... Either way, this is going for Haas win at the end. Oh well. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.